Well, we've been defending it, of course. Our founder, Howard Jarvis, wrote it, and he and Paul Gann put it on the ballot, and we've been defending it for 30 years. I've argued in the Supreme Court in defense of it. So I think our track record, Mark, on Prop 13 is pretty well established. I don't think anybody really challenges that. At the tail end of any campaign, people tend to get desperate, and I think people understand, and I'm sure there are those in the Poizner campaign who are somewhat frustrated, but we made our best choice. I mean, people forget that back in the year 2000, Steve regrettably sought a weakening of Prop 13, and in fact, it passed. The one substantive erosion in Prop 13 was Prop 39 in the year 2000. That was lowering the two-thirds vote for certain property bonds, and so that kind of left a gaping hole in 13, and he gave $200,000 to support it. But I would rather on election day spend time talking about the positive, and
yeah.
I think we've got a very good candidate who's a solid fiscal conservative.
And this has been the big debate as to who's more conservative. And you have good people on both sides in the governor's race on the GOP side, which is really the contest, that in the U.S. Senate. The action is on the Republican side because I guess it says about how Democrats tend to get together and get some of their candidates out of the way. I don't know if that's good or bad, but clearly Jerry Brown is sitting over there watching everything happen on the Republican side because he has no real opposition since there was some sort of a deal to get Gavin Newsom out of the mix and moving into the lieutenant governor race instead. It makes it easier if these people just go away. I don't know if that means that maybe the Republicans should learn from that too, so it's not as dirty and expensive. But
I'd almost disagree. I think a pretty hard-fought primary helps to define issues and to steal candidates going into a general. It's been a long time since Jerry Brown has been in a real fight, and he's going to have one in November. And he's gotten a free ride, but what's very interesting is the amount of money that the public employee unions have already spent against Meg Whitman, and we've already been told that 4 days after the primary, the unions are going to start running aggressive anti-Meg Whitman campaigns. Now, what does that tell you about how they fear her as a potential governor of the state of California?
That's